Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Colosseum. In the last episode, we went to the Shadow Pokemon Lab and fought Bluno, getting his Croconaw. A whole 12 hours of gameplay after we first saw it. Took us long enough. In this episode, we don't really have any leads, so how about we just go back to the Shadow Pokemon Lab and see if any kind of objective magically appears for us. Here's a hint. It should. And on the way back, we get yet another email. As you can tell, we're going to be getting bombarded with emails for quite a while. And it'd be funny if I said that and that was actually the very last one, which honestly wouldn't surprise me. Let's see here. Wes's email. Trouble in the Under. We've been hearing about Shadow Pokemon from people in the Under, visiting the Under from Pyrite. A lot of visitors have seen the Shadow Pokemon. Net in the Under should have more information for you. So, sounds like rather than going back in the Shadow Pokemon Lab, even though there is a bit more for us to do, now the objectives are throwing us to the Under. So as you see here, there's a lot of friggin' stuff for you to do here. When I said that like any other Pokemon game, you're going to be doing a lot of stuff in the after game, yeah, I was not kidding. I really, really meant it. Because, yeah, we are... Well, I shouldn't really have to say much about this. We're going all over the place. We have a lot of stuff to do. And you guys might be wondering about that item in the Under that I said that you wouldn't find out about until the after game. Well, we still don't have the L disc, so we can't do that quite yet. We actually do obtain it at the Snag'em hideout later on, but we're not quite there yet. So, yeah. For the time being, we're just going to go over and see Net, because we don't really have anything else to do. I do kind of apologize that this video is a bit all over the place. I don't remember the after game all that well, because like I said, I've only played through it once, and I didn't really care to do it, because I did remember that there's emails just telling you where to go all the time, so I kind of didn't really think much of practicing this area. This appears to be Net's PC. I know that's Net's computer! I wanted to talk to Net! Thank you very much. Oh, hi, Wes. There's been a sneaky trainer in the Under lately. There's a guy in front of the junk shop named Gurks. Poor guy. That name. He apparently saw a Shadow Pokemon in a battle. Quickest way to find out is to ask Gurks himself. Is he a coach? Is he Coach McGurks? I don't know. These people have the dumbest names. Like, I feel so sorry for them. Who names their kid Gurks? It just, that sounds so bad. It just, Gurks. I don't really know. Who would ever be cruel enough to name their child Gurks? I have no idea. So, let's go over and we'll see Gurks. I'm having a fun time saying that. Gurks. I get the feeling it's the guy with the Wailord that we fought before. Let's see. Sure enough. Oh, what's that? You want to know about a Shadow Pokemon that I battled? How about a battle first? If you win, I'll happily tell you about the Shadow Pokemon's trainer. Again. Whoa! Double Wailords! Roar! Nothing's worked out at all. He's imitating his Wailord's mighty roar. It's so funny. I don't know if double Wailords are trying to compensate for something, but hey. Alright, I promised that I'd tell you about that Shadow Pokemon. Trainer was a guy named Verde in a flashy green outfit. He had a Shadow Bayleaf with him. Okay, so again, it's whatever Pokemon the one that you picked is weak to. So if you chose Croconaw, you're going to be fighting Quilava. If you chose Bayleaf, you are going to be, you're going to be fighting Croconaw. You get what I'm saying. So, it's just that yours might vary a little bit more. You'll be fighting Rosso, of course, because he's the person who's holding that. Let's go and see Net, see if he has anything to tell us after that. I know what appears to be Net's PC! Let's see. Is he not going to tell us anything? Really? Okay, I guess not. I guess there's nothing else to do but leave the Under and wait for an email that will come from the exact same person that we were just trying to talk to in person. Sure enough, just going to another map made us get this, so let's see here. Where is that trainer going to be? Let's see. Marcia of Pyrite Town. It appears the criminals of the Shadow Pokemon Lab again. There's more. They have seen a Cyber Peon in a Gotted Green outfit with a Shadow Bayleaf. I wonder what's up. So, we are now going to the Shadow Pokemon Lab. They are really giving us the runaround here. They can't make anything easy, can they? And the thing is, we still have quite a few Shadow Pokemon to go. Well, actually, no, we have 6 more besides that Bayleaf. But you get what I mean. Or 4 more besides that Bayleaf. It's just that we're getting like 1 per bonus episode. I mean, I've been recording for an hour. An hour and 3 minutes at this point. I've cut out that much stuff because it's just traveling, battles that haven't gotten us anything, all kinds of wasted time. It's taking forever to do anything. Anyway, though, we have already explored the Shadow Pokemon Lab. It is not a new location like the Snag'em hideout was, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut up to where Verde is instead of showing you around the area and collecting all the items along the way. I think that's kind of the better way to go about it. There we go. Seems that in the world of temporary replacement, a lowly peon could replace Ian at his job. Ah, the data's not here either. How are we supposed to make more Shadow Pokemon with it? Wow, how did you sneak up on me like that? Huh? Don't I know you from somewhere? Like the mayor's home in Fenax City? You've been spoiling Cyber's plans all over, haven't you? You're not gonna mess up my plan! Or mess my plan up! I don't know, he's a minor character, so I'm not too worried about saying all of his words correctly because, well, we got Cyber Peon Verde right here. So we finally frickin' have a chance of doing this. Now, I know that Verde is Spanish for green, and I know that Rosso, I think, is Italian for red, but what the heck is Bluno? Did Bluno just kind of get screwed there because, like, they didn't want to call him Azul or something? I don't know, but, like, you know what? I'm going to Google Bluno, like, right now and, like, see, like, what's up. No, the first result is the Pokemon Colosseum character. That's it. I don't see anything else named Bluno anywhere on Google. I see that few people's last names are Bluno. I see a Pokemon Colosseum walkthrough by Matang375 is a Google result, but that's really it. Let me go ahead and switch off to Corona because no doubt that Bayleaf is going to try to do Razor Leaf on Marshall that turn. I'm better off just attacking that Grumpig. By the way, I have noticed that. They both have Grumpig along with their starters, their first Pokemon. I'm curious if the rest of their team is going to be identical as well. I mean, I doubt anybody really cares that much, but I don't know. Maybe they do. I am not exactly sure. Because, unless I'm mistaken, Bluno had, of course he had the starter, and of course he had Grumpig. And I think he also had Camerupt and Muck. I'm wanting to say that. So let's see here. Does he even have 4 Pokeballs? Let's see. Sure enough, he does. Let's see if he actually does. And I like how the Grumpig actually didn't use Bounce. It's probably the first time we've seen a Grumpig use any move that isn't Bounce in the whole duration of this series. Let's just do Smokescreen on that Bayleaf to make it not attack us, even though it's hardly a threat at level 30. Once again, I should mention, even though I'm not going to go over them in bios because I did that back in Fenax City, you do get a Mystic Water for catching Croconaw. You do get Miracle Seed for catching Bayleaf, as well as the Chargle for catching Croconaw if you didn't, or Croconaw, Quilava if you didn't do that. So just thought I'd mention that really quick for those who don't know that. Bayleaf is doing Shadow Rush. Wow. For something that has like 60 defense like Mischievous, it's kind of funny. And sure enough, Sharpedo is different from what they had, if I am right about that, though. But we have been fighting a lot of Sharpedos lately, so it still doesn't really feel like it's entirely different because I feel like we just keep fighting Sharpedos all the time, but maybe that's just me. We'll do Brick on that Sharpedo and hopefully finish it off! Well, never mind that. Bye, Corona. Bye, Corona! Okay, I'll stop. Who do I want to use? Go with Munchkin. Okay, this is kind of awkward because Brick was really my only good way of dealing with that thing. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I guess Affection doing Shadow Ball is really about the most damage output we're going to get against it because Psybeam would do 0. Bayleaf is continuing to do Shadow Rush. I'm kind of wondering if I should do, like, just throw a ball at it to fall like it for Tropius. And by the way, I forgot the Tropius' catch rate is 200. It looks like its catch rate should be a lot lower than it actually is, so my catch rate of it at almost full health really wasn't that impressive, but I don't know, I still thought it was kind of fun. Just the fact that I got to do that I caught something at full health after having rotten luck. As far as I knew at the time, it was exciting for me because I didn't know what its catch rate was off the top of my head, which Tropius is always a Pokemon that I expect to have like a catch rate of like 30 or 40 or something like that, and I'm not expecting it to actually have 200 whenever I happen to go check it. I mean, it's one of those little details that I just tend to not remember, but it kind of did make my catch not quite as fun, but well. So, I threw Marshall out there. You might think that's kind of a silly idea to throw Marshall out there after I took it out so that Bayleaf wouldn't, after I brought it back to his Pokeball so Bayleaf wouldn't tag it. But I'm hoping... Okay, good. It actually doesn't do that much damage, even though it's times 6 damage altogether. It does have that modifier put over because it's attacking both my Pokemon. Plus, it's only half my level, so I really didn't have much to worry about. I'm gonna use Yawn on that Bayleaf to put it to sleep, and then we're just gonna use Return to finish our Pete. Actually, no, I'll use Sludge Bomb so I don't get hit by the Rough Skin, because I was doing Return for increased damage, but I don't think it's really important to worry about increased damage right now. I might as well avoid the Rough Skin. So we'll do that. Good. We take down Sharpedo. Great. And are they gonna have a Cameruptor Muck, or are they gonna have a different last Pokemon? Let's see. Muck! Yeah, the only difference is that one's got a Camerupt, the other has a Sharpedo. Not sure why that is, but okay. I'm trying to think about how exactly I want to go about doing this, because that Bayleaf, as I'm sure you know, it's quite vulnerable. How do I want to go about this? Marshall only attacks both Pokemon. I might as well do Amnesia. Actually, no. On Marshall's turn, I'm going to use an Ultra Ball and hope that I catch it. I think an Ultra Ball is probably the best way to go because it's got a pretty good catch rate. And I think its catch rate's somewhere in the 50s, so I think it's at least doable to catch it at this point. I am not going to do any attack that will directly damage that Bayleaf, though, because I do not want to risk any chance of accidentally KOing it, because up to this point, we're perfect. I got the other Shadow Pokemon that I missed on the second attempt, and I knew I was going to get a second attempt because you rematch all the bosses. But dang it, almost had it. I was hoping that if I was very nonchalant, I would have had it just fine. So, alright. We got Muck doing Minimize here. We'll go ahead and do Return on that Muck. Or we can miss. That's wonderful. 1, 2, 3! Thank God. Okay, so now I can do this. Okay, time to end this battle the way that I've been wanting it to. Let's just do a double Earthquake. I don't even care if one of my Pokemon... Well, actually, I do kind of care if Granbull faints, because Granbull needs happiness. Let's hope that this doesn't suck. Okay, Marshall survived. Good. And, oh, come on! Oh, come on! You can't dodge that! I am sorry. How do you dodge an Earthquake? Well, I guess maybe he jumped and, like, stayed in the air for a long time, or maybe he could fly. Well, I don't know. Maybe Muck has wings under all that. Oh, come on! You dodged both Earthquakes! Okay, Psycho it is. Let's try doing that. How do you dodge an Earthquake? Really? How would that even work? You're on the ground. It should hit you. I don't care what you think. You can't dodge an Earthquake. It's like how a Pokemon without Soundproof for its ability has Screech or something like that miss on them. It's like, how do you dodge sound? It just, I don't know. But Psycho didn't do the job either. Let's throw out Walnut. I already snagged the Bayleaf, so I don't care that much if I lose here, but it's just like, I'd like to not lose a battle, because like I've lost 4 in this LP already. I took 2 attempts against Gonzap, I think. I don't know if I mentioned that, though, but yeah, okay, thank God. It only took 1 Earthquake to beat it, but it took 3 to actually friggin' hit it. Apparently, third time is not the charm if it could dodge 2 Earthquakes, but not the third one. There goes my hope being an admin. Who is left for you to become an admin under? Can't you just say, I'm an admin, there's no one left to oppose you? So, he's gone, he vanishes. We have now gotten both of the remaining Shadow Pokemon. Should you want to rematch them, you can come back here, and they will be here again on future visits, of course. But, I think with that aside, there's not really anything left for us to do, at least for now. I have snagged all 3 of the Johto starters, so I guess that's really about it for now. I've been recording for 1 hour and 45 minutes of solid trainer battles. Yeah. Next time on Pokémon Colosseum, we will be seeing which other leads we get, and hopefully snag the last few remaining Shadow Pokemon! We have an email, so I can't quite exit this yet. I should have known that when I went into another map, we'd get it. Receive photos. Wes, did you know your PDA can receive not only email, but also accept digital photos? I'll send you in your test. Hope it reaches you. Creepy. Yeah, funny, because we have gone through how much of the game without ever using that feature? Oh, picture messages. Those are never going to take off, so that they said in 2004. Ah, well. Anyway, though, I think that's enough for now. I really, really, really just want to be done recording for right now because I've been at this for 1 hour and 46 minutes now. And, oh, God, I gotta get another email. My God, how many is he gonna bombard me with? Big Snag Machine. This is Bit from the Under. There's a freaky rumor going around the Snag'em holdouts fixed for a big snag machine. Do you think this is true? Can you look into it to us? So, even though we already know there's a big snag machine there that is destroyed that we got 5 Ultra Balls out of, we're going back to the Snag'em hideout next time. See you guys then.